October version of our downtown Tempe Streetscape Improvements Mill Avenue meeting. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead and go to the next slide. Just a real quick project overview on some of the things we've been doing. As you can tell, there's been a lot of improvements to the sidewalk space, especially around the intersections. You'll hear Casey in a little bit talk about some bump outs. He's referring to the expanded pedestrian space we got there. We've got new sidewalk pavers at the intersection and mid blocks, as well as some historic markers at our intersections. The main focus of this project was to upgrade a lot of the irrigation and the electrical infrastructure that we had. It was aging quite rapidly over the last few years. I'm not sure if I just went on hold. I apologize. We are also going to be adding some new bus shelters and a new tree pallet for the downtown area. Next slide. This slide shows the project parameters from University to Rio Salado. As I mentioned, we did do sidewalk improvements and intersection improvements throughout the duration, as well as infrastructure to water and electrical. Casey.
Thanks, Josh. So these first few slides are just going to be some pictures of the progress that we've made over the last year and a half out there. This first picture is at the intersection of 7th Street over there at Zips. You can see the previous photo there on the left-hand side and what it looks like now. And as we're progressing, you'll see more of those lithomosaic medallions, which you can see in the upper right-hand side of the screen there. We're starting to pop those in as well at each of those bump out areas. So the next slide here, this is over at 6th Street, right across from Dark Star. Again, this on the left-hand side is what it looked like before. And on the right-hand side is what it looks like now. And then in that upper right-hand corner, it's kind of hard to see on the screen there, but there's one of those lithomosaic medallions. There's art at each of these corners, which you'll see popping in over the next few months. This is what the mid blocks look like. Left-hand side is previous, right-hand side is new. You see we've got the new concrete banding as well as tree grates, new pavers installed through there. It's starting to really take shape as we're working our way through here. Again, same thing here. This is a little further north on Mill over by the shoe mill. More of the same, new tree grates, concrete banding, as well as new brick in there. Now we'll go through the schedule. As you all know, construction began in April of 24. Phase 1 included the intersection of University Drive and Mill Ave. That was completed in August. That included new sidewalk ramps, new brick, as well as repaved asphalt in the intersection there. That finished in August. Right on the heels of that, we started Phase 2, which is the mid-block portion between University Drive and 7th Street. This is the sidewalk areas on the east and west sides. Started late August, and that wrapped up in late January of this year. Phase 3 is really everything from 7th Street up to Rio Salado on Mill Ave. This includes all the new mid-block areas as well as all the bump outs that Josh had previously mentioned. We'll go through here on the next slide. The areas that are shaded green there are all the mid-block areas that are done, which is all of them now. We've completed all the mid-block areas, all the sidewalk that's been installed. That was per plan has been installed. The only thing that's left in these areas to do is miscellaneous landscaping. I won't go through all the dates on here, but that miscellaneous landscaping will take place towards the end of this year and January of next year. The areas shaded green are all the bump outs that are completed. As you can see, we're really getting close to finishing the sidewalk improvements on this project. Again, all the areas shaded green are completed. The ones that are gray are still to be completed. We'll get into here on the next slide. Yellow are the bump out areas that are actively being worked right now. You can see we're working on the west side of 4th Street, doing both ramps there, southeast corner of 5th Street, as well as the southeast corner of 3rd Street. Our current work hours and the work hours for the duration of the project are going to be 2 a.m. to 12 p.m. This really minimizes disruptions to the businesses out there and helps us maximize our efficiency and get the project done as quickly as we can. I'd mentioned the areas in yellow there are actively being worked. That 3rd southeast corner bump out started on October 6th. You can see the upper right-hand side of the screen there is where we're at, and then the lower right-hand side of the screen is a picture of what's being worked in that area right now. The crosswalk on the south side of 3rd Street is currently closed, but you are able to cross north-south just east of our work area there, kind of off of where that picture is at. You can cross just east of us. We started there on October 6th, and it'll be about 5 weeks, so we should be finishing that up around mid-November, early to mid-November. 4th Street, I mentioned we're working on those 2 ramps on the west side. That work started in late September this year, just a couple weeks ago. We've currently got we've got directional traffic closed through there. So the detour route is shown on the screen there. It's kind of hard to see, but you can come off of 5th Street, go up to Maple Ave and make your way through that way, which you can see with the red arrow there. The pictures on the right-hand side of the screen are what's actively going on right now. We've actually started installing the brick. I actually got almost all the brick installed there on that southwest corner, and we'll be moving to the northwest corner here shortly. That work should be wrapping up towards the end of this month or early November. 5th Street southeast corner, this is right out in front of the rodeo there. That work started just last week with the demo. The way we're working these corners is we're demoing the outside piece of the ramps and pushing pedestrians up against the building while we do that. That process typically takes about 3 weeks, and then we swap and do up against the building and push pedestrians out into the roadway while we're doing that. That's usually about 4 to 5 weeks. Again, this work started on October 6th, and it's about 7 to 8 weeks duration to get that done. Should be wrapping that up around mid-November. So upcoming work, this is the northeast corner of 5th Street. We'll jump over to this corner as soon as we finish the southeast corner, which I had just gone over there. Again, we're planning to wrap that up in mid-November. And as soon as we're done, we'll follow that same process that just went over there for the southeast corner, doing the outer piece of the ramp, getting all that demoed and all the new concrete curbing and everything put in there, all the sidewalk ramps, before moving towards the inner piece and pushing pedestrians out into the roadway. About 3 weeks for that inner or that outer piece, and then 4 to 5 weeks for the inner piece. 7 to 8 weeks total duration, and that should be done likely before Christmas. And then the last thing that we'll be doing before we get into any of the roadway work is miscellaneous landscaping. This will just be miscellaneous parking and bike lane closures to get the rest of the trees and planting in. That needs to go into those tree grates and some of those landscape areas that we had talked about a little bit earlier. That'll start on the heels of us finishing that last corner. We've got about 5 to 6 weeks of duration to get all of that work done. Should have that wrapped up by late January. We won't be closing the way that it's shown here on the graphic. It looks like it's all going to be closed at once, those bike lanes and parking lanes, but we're going to only have that in sections at a time. And we'll provide more information as that gets closer. Another thing that's going to be coming up is the gateway sign installation. This is between 7th Street and University Drive. As you can see, it's kind of in that red area on the screen there. We're currently working through some constructability issues and design right now. We were originally planning to get that started the first week of December, but that looks like that might push a little bit. We're thinking that will get started in January, and it's about a week to get that thing installed. And then future work, I'd mentioned the roadway demo and replacement. Our plan is to actually demobilize after we've got all the sidewalk ramps and landscaping completed, open everything back up, and then wait until the summer to get back in there to do the roadway replacement. This will be everything in the roadway between University Drive and Rio Salado. We're still working out phasing, so we will provide additional information as we get closer to those dates. But that is generally the plan, is to get in there and utilize the summer months to get all the roadway completed. And with that, I will kick it over to Allie.
If my camera works, there we go. Yeah, my name is Allie. I work for Downtown Tempe Authority. Thanks, Casey. Just a little bit about the communication processes. So if you're looking for more regular communication than these meetings that happen once a month, we have a weekly newsletter that I send out, updated each week with all the pertinent construction information that I find out throughout the week. You can sign up for that just by emailing me, and that's just Allie@downtowntempe.com that you can see there. And then the merchant page, the refresh merchant page at the City of Tempe. You can also see all of these past meeting recordings, as well as just the PowerPoints themselves that you can flip through and look at information there. And then I also add, as soon as they're available, add these recordings to that weekly newsletter that I send out. And then if you are looking for more targeted information about what's happening directly outside of your store or what's coming next, we can set up one-on-one meetings. We can do some parking reservations for different needs. We have some restaurant and retail only signage out there that you can see some signage for. They're the green signs. We save some parking spaces across the cross streets of Mill Avenue on 5th, 6th, and 4th as well, just to help aid with different restaurant and retail pickup and drop off for those. And you can flip to the next page. And just talking a little bit about parking, Tempe Trip is still active. That stands for Transportation Routes Information and Parking. And you can see real-time access to different parking spaces. It is in the beginning stages of the app, so eventually there'll be a lot more connectivity within Tempe Trip. You'll be able to see metro lines and where scooters are and those things. Right now, it's most useful if you're looking to see just comparing rates from street parking to garage parking, which places are full, which places are empty, and all those things you can see in real time. So that is a helpful tool that we do have available, and you can click those links there to get more information or to spread awareness about it to any of your customers with that marketing kit. And then we do have just raising awareness to the free parking options that are downtown, which are always nice to tell customers about as well. The 201 Ash Garage is a really great garage for after 6 p.m. during the week, and then all day Saturday and Sunday are free as well. And then the City Hall Garage on 5th Street is also free for the first hour from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So you can direct customers that way if you know that they're just there to pick up an online order or what have you. That Park Mobile app is very helpful. The easiest way to pay for parking if you, your employees or your customers do have to pay for parking. And those have been switched over from the individual metered parking to multi-space meter kiosks. So you can see those kiosks out on the street, and then the signage in A-frame form and then posted on lampposts as well. It looks a little bit different than it did before for parking in downtown. So just want to raise awareness to that and make sure that everyone coming downtown has the correct information for parking. And then flipping it back over to Josh, you can close us out.
Yes, I apologize in advance if I have some connectivity issues as we're going through this. I've been going in and out the whole meeting. So just to get through this communication, Aiken Gardner, he's our on-site Brian Richards with Aiken Gardner is our on-site superintendent. But for all intents and purposes, anybody with the downtown business area that needs to speak with the construction crew, they would go through me. I'm Josh Warren. My information is right there. City of Tempe. I'm the construction project coordinator. I'm the one that's responsible for a lot of the happenings that are going out there and making sure that people stay safe and we communicate properly. Morgan, you go to the next slide. Our next steps is we're going to continue to have ongoing dialogue with merchants and continue to coordinate with anybody where our construction is going to impact businesses. We'll continue to do that through the rest of our intersection work and finalizing some of the landscaping stuff.
And just our next virtual meetings are happening every second Tuesday at 2 p.m. So the next one will actually be November 18th. It was moved from November 11th in observance of Veterans Day. Then the next one after that would be December 9th. And then we'll have future dates for the next year on the November meeting.
Thanks, Morgan.
No problem. All right. If anyone has any questions, feel free to come off mute and ask, or if you want to type it into the chat, I can definitely read it aloud. All righty. Sounds like no questions. Thank you so much, everybody, for hopping on and giving us those updates. We'll get this posted to the website. Bye.
Thank you.